How's it going, everyone? So, we just completed putting our Chimera Cold Intake onto the bike here. As in the exhaust video, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check out my other videos. We're not going to be doing an install video for this. I pretty much watched a video from the people that I bought the cold intake from, and it's a really good video. So I'll go ahead and post that in the description of this. So if you're looking for an install video, check that out. But I'm just going to kind of go over my thoughts on the actual product itself and also the installation. So first thing is, as you can see, you have to take the whole fairings off. The 2015 and 2014 Grom may be slightly different, but that, as you can see on the 2017, this whole side piece is one huge piece right here. And oh my god, is that thing a pain in the ass to take off. As you can see, so this is the front of the bike. This would be the front left. You got two screws here. You have some grommets, or some plastic rivets right here. Another screw right there. A screw right here. A screw right here. Two screws in the back. And I think that's it. And then obviously these kind of all like connect together, this back piece right here. So, and then you have the tail piece right here that you have to take off to get to this, is to get to some of the bolts in the back right here. So needless to say, there was a lot of work just to get inside here. But as you can see, you know, you did it. So I think the biggest thing I had is I wasn't sure how to get these little rivets, the plastic rivets, off once they're engaged like that. If you try to pull directly up, you're going to break the mechanism inside of it. But the trick to this is you push that, see the little dot piece that pushes that little rod down into it? You push into that and actually will unlock it. So I'm going to try to put the camera down and do this and kind of show you guys here. So if you push that, it actually pushes through the mechanism. That's how you unlock these, and I've never seen those before and never did it. So kind of, you know, once you know how to do it, you know how to do it. So if you have any problems taking the fairings off, and those are in the front right up here, there's two of them right here. So that's that. Another thing I did, as you can see down here, is I like to keep track of where all my bolts go. So I kept all the bolts that have everything to do with the back fairing piece, and then I labeled the bolts for the various other pieces for the front fairing. And then there's two bolts right here that once I took the fairing off, I just put them back in so I don't lose them, because they are different from the other ones. And then I have a couple up here that I remember where they go. So you know, the best thing is to try to stay organized, I think, and it seems to be working so far. So won't know really until we get it everything put back together. So we got it installed. As you can see, here's the old air box, and it basically mounts into the bike like this and connects to the throttle body down there, this big old snorkel. And then you have an open snorkel that's on the other left side of the bike there. So this whole thing right here is replaced by just this right here. So this is a Chimera, as the description says, a Chimera Cold Intake with the K&M filter. K&M filters are pretty awesome because they'll last they have a 1,000,000-mile guarantee. So probably will outlive the bike, and they're washable, which is great because you're gonna need that. One thing I noticed when taking this off is if you look, this blocks a lot of the engine from getting any kind of mud or anything in there. So definitely I would be very cautious about going off-road if you install one of these, or if you go into like a muddy situation, or even riding in the rain. Obviously all this stuff is still waterproof all down here. It's made to be able to get wet. However, you need to keep an eye on your filter here, because if you're kicking mud at this thing and it's blocking some of the flow in it, you're going to want to periodically take this off most likely and go ahead and wash it, let it dry, whatever the procedure is. I've never done it before, but I'm presuming that you wash it, let it dry, and then put it back on the bike. So we'll go ahead and turn this on real quick. Going to get that out of the way. And I let the bike warm up for a few minutes here before I started the video here. And I did notice a big, huge change in the way this sounds right here. You can actually hear the air coming in, like it's not restricted anymore. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Key on. Alright, so when idle down to 1,000 RPMs. You can hear it go, like you hear it sipping the air when you give it some throttle. And I do think it made the exhaust sound a little bit beefier. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's the way the sound is echoing in this little cubby here. I'm not really sure, but so basically, again, I'm not going to go through a full install, but I kind of give you just a pointer on kind of one thing that I've noticed here is the video from the place that I got it, that I'll link in the description. I think they're fitting it to a 2015 Grom. I had a problem with the 2017. There's this little clamp right here that holds this hose behind the old air intake box, and it was in the way of where this sits. So as you see right here, what I did is I pulled the little cable out of there and I bent it down so this will fit. So that's a pretty crucial thing right now. It was pretty easy to bend with just a pair of pliers. I didn't damage it or anything, and as you can see, it still now holds the spark plug wire like it did before, but it just holds it slightly differently. So it shouldn't damage it or anything like that from doing that. Here's a little clampy. I didn't have the special tool for this, to put this on there. Let me turn the bike off real quick, guys. I didn't have, there's a special tool with little knobbies to open these and close these. I didn't have one, so I just had to use needle nose. As you can see, I maybe bent them slightly, but I did make sure when I put them back on, I used two needle nose to try to clamp them back, and it's really secure. So this goes to the, I think this is a breather hose that goes back to the engine. And then we had to take the, where is it at? Excuse me. Right here. The oxygen or air sensor here that used to be sitting right here on the air box. We had to take that off and clamp it back on, and it has little places to put it on the new Chimera intake. So yeah, that's that. So thank you all for watching. If you found that this video was useful, please go ahead and click the like, or if you hated it, click that like button, which is fine with me. Keep in mind, I already did a video on the Chimera exhaust. Again, it wasn't an install video. It was just kind of showing like my thoughts of any problems that I had during the installation, the product itself, how it sounds, all that jazz. We also, I'll put another video out with some of the other accessories that I'm doing. It'll be just one other video. So we're doing sliders, LED. We're gonna get this fender eliminator with LED lights, get rid of these things, and some other stuff over here. One thing I don't know if I'm going to do, I got sliders on the axles right here, but I realized that you kind of have to get the bike off the ground for one, and then you have to take the whole axle off to get to those. So either I'm gonna have to find a tool to do that, or have it professionally done. We'll see. So thanks again, guys. Be sure to subscribe if you're liking these videos, and I'll be putting at least one more out, maybe two, depending on how many more accessories I put on this guy. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.